When talking about Italy, the first things that come to most people's minds are pasta, pizza, fashion capital Milan, and UNESCO World Heritage sites. However, Italian people will reveal to you that this country also has other very strange things that you have never seen anywhere else. In this video, join us in discovering 15 taboos in Italy and the strangest facts that shock the whole world. Number 15. Do not put hats on the bed. We often have the habit of taking off our hats and putting them on the bed after returning home, and this is considered normal. However, in Italian culture, if you do not pay attention and accidentally put a hat on the bed, this means bad luck, because it is a symbol of death. In most Italian funerals, after the priest visits the deceased and says the last prayers, he will slowly take off the deceased's hat and place it on the bed. Since then, in Italian culture, the act of taking off one's hat and placing it on the bed has become an image associated with death. If you visit someone's house in Italy and do this, you will most likely be kicked out, because this action is like cursing the person in that bed. There are two options for you when you come to Italy and visit people's homes. Don't wear a hat, or, if you do, always remember to keep it as far away from the beds as possible. Number 14. Do not spill salt. In a superstitious country like Italy, anything or any action can be considered unlucky, and the same goes for spilling salt. According to Italians, kitchen space is extremely important. It symbolizes the health and destiny of the homeowner. In almost every kitchen, there is a salt jar available, and housewives use it regularly to season their dishes. If you are holding a salt shaker and drop it or accidentally spill the salt, Italians will not think it was an accident. According to Italians, when you want to pass a salt shaker on the table to someone else, you must put the salt shaker on the table and let the other person take it. In the opinion of Italians, they believe that if the person receiving the salt jar takes it directly from the hand of the giver, the two people will have many conflicts with each other in the future. Italians have this belief because in the past, salt was considered a spice that was very difficult to produce and of great meaning to people. Salt was even once used as currency for buying and selling. Therefore, spilling salt is seen as extremely wasteful, and it will not bring luck. Number 13. Do not tip to acquaintances. Tipping in Italy is not mandatory. Tourists should only tip when the service quality is good. However, there is a taboo in Italy. You absolutely should not tip a waiter you know. In Italian culture, tipping is very tactful, and some Italians may not feel comfortable accepting tips. If you know the waiter and tip, there may be a risk that they will feel offended or uncomfortable, as they may see it as an unnecessary action or a show of arrogance. If there is a strong personal relationship between the tipper and the recipient, this action can create a feeling of debt and discomfort. The person receiving the tip may want to keep the personal relationship purely as a friendship or family relationship without the financial element. Others have principles about not accepting financial support from others, and they want to maintain their own lifestyle. In general, if you meet someone you know who is serving, compliment them instead of tipping. Number 12. Wear red underwear for good luck. If you don't know, Italy is considered one of the most superstitious countries in the world with many strange beliefs. One of them is the belief in red underwear. On every festival or New Year, Italians not only focus on choosing the most beautiful and most suitable clothes to celebrate, but also have the habit of choosing underwear that must be red. The special thing is that not only women but men also have this habit, because Italians believe that red can help them attract luck. Not only that, but they also try to wear see-through clothes to show off their red underwear, in the belief that they will have as much luck as possible. One very interesting thing about Italians is that not only on New Year's Day they dress beautifully and choose colors that bring luck. Both women and men always adhere to a luxurious and elegant style in any situation. Whether going to big parties or even when shopping at small convenience stores, Italian women are always very stylish in dressing, and are therefore always famous for their certain attractiveness. Number 11. Taboo numbers. Tourists to Italy are quite surprised when they go to hotels and cannot find the number 17. The reason why hotels in Italy do not have a floor number 17 is simply because people here think that 17 is an unlucky number. According to the explanation, the Roman number 17 is written as cartintin. Just changing the position of the letters will become vixi. In Latin, vixi roughly means I have lived, that is, now I'm dead. Because the number 17 is related to death, it naturally becomes an unlucky number. In addition, the number 13 is also a number Italians are very afraid of. On the plane, people avoid sitting in seat number 13. Many buildings in Italy have also replaced the 13th floor with floor 12. The room number and address number are also replaced with 12A instead of 13. At parties, if a total of 13 people are invited to dinner, to avoid bad luck, people will invite one more person to create a group of 14 people because they believe that 13 people are extremely unlucky, reminiscent of the traitor at the Last Supper. Number 10. Flip-flops are prohibited. Flip-flops are one of the most popular items in the world, especially at beach resorts. Tourists like to wear this type of sandal because it's very compact, but in Italy, you can be fined up to £2,000 for wearing them. It sounds hard to believe, but this is purely for your protection. Italian authorities have issued an order banning tourists from walking along the famous Cinque Terre in Italy in flip-flops. The decision was made after mountain rescue teams repeatedly reported cases of tourists walking in flip-flops, slipping and falling due to the rugged terrain in this area. Previously, tourists coming here often wore flip-flops or even high heels when walking on mountain trails and encountered problems. After a series of accidents, the management board in Cinque Terre issued a maximum fine of £2,000 if tourists were found to be wearing inappropriate footwear. Cinque Terre is a land imbued with Mediterranean culture, with 5 beautiful small villages, a World Heritage Site located along the Riviera coast. This place is located on a terraced hillside, with stretching fields connected by a 42-kilometer-long coastal road. Local people grow grapes to make wine and fish, but tourism is the main source of income. Coming here, visitors can find the beauty of fishing villages built in medieval Italy. This tourist destination attracts about 2.8 million visitors each year, and none of them wear flip-flops. Number 9. Wear horned accessories. The Italian horn, also known as corno or cornello, is a type of amulet or talisman popular in Italian folklore. Italian horns are often worn as jewelry and are believed to bring good luck and protect against the evil eye. It is often described as a twisted horn-shaped pendant, usually made of gold, red coral, or silver. The gold corno necklace has been considered the best and most powerful amulet for centuries. We can say millennia, as it is believed to date back to the Neolithic period. Cornello is said to ward off the evil eye, an evil look or curse that is believed to bring harm or misfortune. It is considered a talisman that brings protection and wards off negative energy or bad intentions. Cornello is a cultural icon that represents Italian heritage and identity, often worn by people of Italian descent, or as a way to connect with Italian traditions and customs. Many people feel that these horns look quite similar to chili peppers, but let me assure you that these items are called corno in Italian. In addition to the meaning of fighting evil, it also symbolizes the reproductive health of men in this country. Number 8. Drinking wine to celebrate is bad luck. Italians are very taboo about raising a full glass of wine and never clink glasses with the person sitting next to them. In addition, drinking wine from a plastic cup will also bring bad luck. When two people clink their glasses together, they must both look into each other's eyes. The most interesting thing that Italians believe is that if someone refuses to take a sip after toasting, their sex life will not be very good for the next 7 years. If you go to Italy, you must learn how the locals drink wine. Because in a country famous for its fine wine, drinking wine is considered a true art. When pouring wine, remember that in wine culture in general, and in Italy in particular, wine glasses are often filled half full or nearly full. In addition, the taste of wine is very important. Swirl the wine in your glass to expose the liquid to more air. This helps spread the aroma of the wine. Then smell the wine, even smell it several times. You will smell floral, herbal, and fruity notes depending on the type of wine you have chosen. The overall beauty of wine is the combination of tastes and flavors, so don't ignore this smelling stage during the wine tasting step. Italians and wine connoisseurs in general will drink small sips. Hold the wine in your mouth for about 5 to 10 seconds before swallowing. This sipping will help drinkers fully enjoy the complex flavors of the wine. After swallowing, pay attention to the taste that remains in your mouth. High-quality wines tend to have clear flavors, even after swallowing. Number 7. A black cat crossing the street is a bad sign. Surely we have heard legends about black cats and the terrifying omens they bring. For Italians, black cats are considered by the people here to be the devil's pet and the lord of the graveyards. A black cat running across the street means something bad will happen, even someone will die. A black cat is simply a cat with black fur. The source of that color is entirely due to pigmentation, and there are 22 species of cats with black fur. Usually the amount of pigment that creates black fur in male cats is greater than in female cats. Black cats have had a bad reputation for a long time in Italian history. Black cats were considered a symbol of evil and bad luck in most European countries. A black cat running across the street means something bad will happen. Someone will even die. According to medieval European culture, black cats also had the ability to transform into human form and act as a spy for witches. Black cat skulls were used by witches to prepare poison. Since then, people began to consider black cats a sign of Satan. The pious European community at that time was always suspicious and considered black cats to be a part of voodoo related to the devil. As a result, black cats became outcast creatures. Anyone who had anything to do with them was punished. Number 6. Stay away from brooms. If you are single and accidentally see someone ahead using a broom to sweep the yard, run as far away as possible. Italians believe that if a single person accidentally hits their feet with a broom, they will live alone for the rest of their lives. I don't know where the real reason for this belief comes from. In fact, there is no evidence that being hit by a broom will affect someone's single life. Rumors and notions about this are often created from folk beliefs and word of mouth without any scientific basis or exact reason. But like I said, Italians are very superstitious, and if you see unmarried young men in Italy running away from brooms, don't be too surprised. Just consider it a unique feature of their culture. Taboos in eating and drinking. If you come to Italy, in addition to some basic dining skills, you need to equip yourself with some of the following knowledge to avoid receiving negative looks from local people. First, never go to food stores and order takeout food. Italians do not sell takeout food because it spoils the flavor of the food. Only pizza is takeout in this country. Second, all fruits must be peeled. Italians do not eat the peels of apples or pears. Instead, they will peel them and leave them in advance, which is something most foreigners find unusual. The explanation for this is that Italians think that fruit peels contain pesticides. Even if washed, they will remain, so it is best to peel them off. They also do not use eggs for breakfast. Popular breakfasts in many Western countries include fried eggs, bacon, bread, and butter. However, Italians like to eat sweet things in the morning like cereal, cookies, fruit, and a small pastry. Another very important rule is to place the bread on the right side and in the right direction. According to Italian beliefs, bread is considered a symbol of life, so if it is overturned or worse, pierced by a knife, it is considered a bad omen. If you do this while dining at an Italian family, congratulations, you are about to be kicked out. Number 4. Do not feed pigeons. If you're planning a trip to the floating city of Venice in Italy, immediately write down the following note in your notebook. Even if pigeons surround your feet, don't feed them if you don't want to be fined. Like many other major cities with many pigeons such as New York and London, the Italian city government of Venice has long been aware of the dangers that pigeons can pose to human health. It is estimated that there are about 130,000 pigeons residing in the St. Mark's Square area, about 40 times the number that international studies have suggested is the ideal density per square kilometer. The birds themselves are cute, but they also pose a danger to human health. According to test results on birds, each bird carries at least one pathogen, so medical experts have reason to be concerned. Not to mention the damage caused by bird droppings, because when eating too much food, pigeons will digest faster. Their droppings are acidic and can destroy artwork on historic buildings around the square. The situation has become particularly serious as the number of tourists has increased, estimated at 20 million per year, causing the consumption of bird food and the amount of waste to increase, as well as the number of pigeons. This increase causes significant damage, and pigeons, like chickens, seek foods containing calcium carbonate to form eggshells. They will peck at marble and stucco walls. Statues and house walls are often riddled with bird pecks. This costs 16 to 23 euros per year to fill in the pecked areas, and this is taxpayer money. All of the above caused the Venice city government to decide to ban feeding pigeons to reduce their numbers. Number 3. A gift for the new house. When young couples in Italy just buy a new house, they will perform an exorcism, Beto Scarano, or devil-chasing conjuro. In some cases, Italians may perform a traditional ritual to remove bad or evil energies from the new home. These rituals may include burning ingredients such as leaves and spices, or reciting spiritual words to expel negative forces and bring good luck to the new home. The fact that the people of beautiful Italy are passionate about the mystical has been proven by many studies by sociologists. Not long ago, a survey showed that almost 30% of Italians interviewed were certain that they had been subjected to witchcraft and black magic at least once. About 20% of respondents admitted that they had participated in at least one ritual. So don't wonder too much why the new house has to go through such rituals to be cleansed. Number 2. The contrast between night and day in Italy. Most people often stay indoors and gather to enjoy meals after work and rarely go out. Restaurants in Italy are often empty at night because for Italians, dinner at home is very important. In addition, the evenings here are often cold and wet, so many people are afraid to go out. There is a very contradictory thing in Italian cultural life. If at night Italy is very peaceful, during the day, this place is filled with hustle and bustle. Sounds of laughter, singing, and children playing can be heard on the streets and at every street corner. It can be said that Italy is the most vibrant and fun country in Europe. During festive events and special occasions, Italians can appear especially rowdy and jovial. Traditions such as the Carnival Festival in Venice, or the organization of sports and art events, are all occasions for people to enjoy the joy and dynamism of life. This personality is not only part of Italian culture but also forms an important part of daily life, making the experience here unique and vibrant. Number 1. Throwing things out the window in Italy on New Year's Eve. No one goes out because there is a custom. When the clock strikes 12 hours, people will throw old items on the street. Italians especially love pine trees during Tet. Right from the night of December 25th, people gather around the party table, waiting for Santa Claus to visit and give Tet gifts. On New Year's Eve, no one leaves the house. People here have long preserved a unique custom, throwing old things out of the window to welcome the new year. On New Year's Eve, Italians throw out all their old items. They can be old furniture, ovens, or old televisions. But to avoid injury to passers-by and tourists, Italians still keep this custom but will choose small and soft objects to throw. According to Italian beliefs, throwing out old things means getting rid of the unhappiness and bad luck of the previous year. Throwing them away also means they are ready to welcome the new year with new things to come. At the same time, they also believe that when old items are thrown away, the family will have new items in the new year. In addition to the custom of throwing away old things, Italians still preserve other equally interesting customs. On the first day of the new year, people and tourists will gather at the Cave Bridge to jump into the Tiber River under freezing weather, nearly reaching 0 degrees Celsius. This custom has been around since 1946, and is believed that those who are brave enough to jump down will have good luck and success in the new year. It seems that welcoming the new year in this country is truly an extremely interesting experience that we can try in our lives. So we went through an interesting journey to learn about the prohibitions and strange things only found in this wonderful country, Italy. From special culinary rules to incomprehensible spiritual rituals, Italy is truly a mysterious and unique country. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to click the like and subscribe button to update new videos from us. Please share your opinion about strange things in Italy or suggest a topic for the next video.